Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Nanda Nandanam Bande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavanam Manoharam Bhajami Radham Aravindanetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam Padami Radham Kudana Badaram Tato Manoyasti Katirna Kapi Madhura Madharameta Mongala Mongalanam Sukritna Gamavali Satpalam Chitsarupam Sukritapi Parichitram Shradaya Hilayaba Brigumari Narayat Tarayat Krishna Nama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. You know English, Anna? Right? Everyone knows English? No translator. Great. So, first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnu Padri Dandi Swami Sabhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurus Nityalila Parishi Gaur Govinda Gosai Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Madhusudam Gosai Maharaj, all devotees, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. So, what's your name again?
Christian.
Christian, from Romania.
Yes.
Chanting names of Krishna in Pisca, Peru.
Funny, right?
How is it possible? Because Lord Chaitanya predicted, Prithviyachi Yadis Nagaradigaram Sarvata Hoilo Prachal Moranam. Incarnation of Krishna who appeared 500 years ago. He is called Sankirtaneka Pitaro, the father of this Sankirtan. When many people come together, Uche Swariti Kirtanaha. When many people loudly glorify Krishna's name, form, qualities, and activities, this is called Kirtan. So 500 years ago he said, Prithviyachi, Prithvi means earth. Prithviyachi Adi Nagaradigra. In every village in this earth, they will chant my names. And here it is. Anna from Poland, Damana Maharaj from Australia, Christian from Romania, but somehow all come together by Krishna's name. So Krishna means to attract. God has many names. Some names are primary names, some are secondary. Mukhya and Gona. The secondary names of God deal with God's relation to this world, like God, the creator, generator, operator, destroyer, God. Parameshwara, the controller. Karta, the doer. Shrishti, the creator. Paramatma, the super soul. Many names of God in relation to this world. But we do not consider the creation to be God's real glory. This is his secondary thing. Because he does this very easily just by desire. I want, it happens. So the primary names are which deal with God personally. His personal name, form, qualities, and activities. So, of all names, the name of Krishna described, we consider the topmost name. Not because of some sectarianism, but rather it fully describes his topmost attribute. What is the best quality of God? His beauty. By his beauty, he attracts the liberated souls towards him. But they do not merge. If you merge, you cannot taste. Like if we become chocolate, we cannot taste chocolate. To taste, you have to be different. So Krishna, by his beauty, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Sobam, he has beauty more, this Vedas describe, more than millions and millions of cupids. One cupid control everyone in this world. Imagine millions and millions of cupids. That gives you some idea of the beauty, the sweetness of Krishna. So Krishna means, Krish means to attract. And Na means Ananda, bliss, happiness. If you chant his name, he will attract you and give you the happiness of his service. Anyway, so this is Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Sankirtan. When we loudly come together and chant his names. Any particular topic they want to hear about tonight? Christian? You believe in reincarnation?
I acknowledge it.
Okay. Juliet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You believe in reincarnation? No.
Mm-hmm.
Anna?
I do.
Good Polish girl. You too?
I do.
Okay, so a little bit talk about this tonight, no? Maybe our approach is a little different. We're a little orthodox. Not little orthodox, we are very orthodox. So we believe, just like we cannot know our father without the mother's indication. No? Like who first placed us in the womb of our mother, we could not know by our own direct experience. How we know who is our father? Mother tells us. No? So we believe we have two mothers. One is the Vedas, the Vedic scriptures, and one is the Gayatri mantra. These are two mothers. They tell you who is your supreme father. So I thought tonight we can speak a little bit about Bhagavad Gita. Juliet, you've heard about the Vedas?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard the word Christian Veda?
Yeah. I can't explain like.
Okay, Veda means knowledge. So every soul has inherent knowledge within it. No one has to teach the soul anything. Soul have its own inherent Veda. Yes. Just like no one has to teach a tomato seed how to be a tree. No one has to teach an avocado seed how to become an avocado tree. That knowledge is there, inherent within it. So every soul, every one of us has this Swatsiddhigyan, the Vedas describe. Swatsiddhigyan means inherent, perfect knowledge. No one gives it to you. It doesn't come from somewhere. It's there. So, but, unfortunately, that knowledge, therefore, that knowledge is the same for me, you, everyone. We cannot say my truth, your truth. No, these are all relatives. But at the end of the day, there must be one absolute truth. And all relative truths are aiming towards Him. So, what were we talking about? Swatsiddhigyan. So there's no such thing as my truth, your truth. Every soul have the same truth. Because the Supreme Lord has not made different type of souls. He has made individual souls, that is true. But each individual soul has the same nature, same swabhav. So, what is that nature? We have forgotten. That nature is now covered. Just like tomato seed, the potency to become a tomato is there, but without sunshine, without water, without earth, without fertilizer, that potency will never manifest. Every woman has the potency to have a child, but without a husband, that potency will not manifest. Every parrot can speak. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Every parrot has the potency for speech. But unless the parrot's captured and put in a cage and taught, that potency not manifest. So all souls have the same potency. But unless proper association, proper activities, proper instruction, then that potency will not manifest. So that potency of each soul we call the sarup. Okay, some new Sanskrit terms, sarup. Sarup means inherent form, inherent nature. The soul is not just a light or an energy or a consciousness. The soul has an eternal spiritual form. And the Supreme Lord, He also has an eternal spiritual form. So the Vedantic view of liberation, mukti hedvanyatam rupam svarupena vivyasati. When the soul frees itself from all material identification. Okay, Christian, bored already? No. Okay. When people go like that, that means generally tuning out. Unfortunately, we are a little bit philosophical. Many people don't have too much taste in philosophy. But philosophy have also too much taste inside. So, now the soul has forgotten its true identity, and now we're identifying with this covering, this body. Then we suffer. But soul has its own inherent eternal form, eternal relationship, eternal knowledge, eternal service. But we have forgotten. So the idea of liberation is when the soul becomes free from all this material identification. I am man, I am woman, I am Peruvian, I am what? Chinese, I am rich, I am poor, I am good looking, I am ugly. When the soul becomes free from all that, and the soul becomes established in its original eternal position, eternal nature, eternal form, eternal identity, eternal service, that is the topmost liberation. So Bhagavad Gita, maybe you should start to read Bhagavad Gita. No? The Vedas are divided into 4, Rigat, Sama and Yajurveda, 4 divisions of Vedic knowledge. But the essence of those 4 Vedas, these are the 108 Upanishads. Have you heard of the Upanishads, Anna? Christian, right? Upanishad. Right? Upanishad, that which brings you near to Ishvara or God, that is called Upanishad. So the 4 Vedas are the breathing of the Supreme Lord. But Bhagavad Gita is the song of the Supreme Lord. Which is superior, the breathing or the song? The song is superior. So Bhagavad Gita means literally the song of God. It means God is, we talked already, so attractive. So even when he speaks, this is like a song. Such is his nature. So, there's one verse of Bhagavad Gita, just like if you take a big pot of rice, how you know the rice is cooked? You take 1 grain, and so if you take even 1 verse of Bhagavad Gita and squish it, how much is in there? Then you think, what's in the rest of the book? What's in the rest of the Bhagavad Gita? No? So Krishna says very simply, Mamevam so jivaloka jiva bhuta sanatana manasastani indani prakriti karshita. In 1 verse, Krishna describes the whole material situation perfectly. Mamevamsa, the soul is Krishna is Mamevamsa, pointing to himself. The soul is my personal expansion. Mine. So, actually I'm thinking now in these places, these ancient cultures, I cannot say I know too much anything about Inca or the Aztecs or Mayans, but if you look at all the ancient cultures, all were personalists. Everyone. Right? They believe the forest is person. The spirits, the wind, the trees, the mountains, the rivers, the directions, the earth, these are all controlled by personalities. But Judean Christianity destroyed all this personal and made everything impersonal. But all the ancient cultures, especially the Vedic culture, the Egyptians, the Celts, the Druids, Aztec Mayans, a little bit we saw in Mexico, everyone believed in personality. Right? So we believe the soul is also a person, eternal person. Soul is not just a light or a consciousness, it's a person. And the Supreme Lord, God, is also a person. And his energies are also personalities. So Mamevam so jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. The soul is Krishna's separated expansion. Bit hard for us to understand, but the Vedas give some material examples so we can understand. Like spark from a fire. The spark has the same quality as the fire. So because we come from Krishna, we are one with Krishna. But the spark and the fire is also different. What's the difference? The spark is very small. The fire is like unlimited. The spark is not the source. The fire is the source. So we believe the soul is one with the Supreme Lord because it comes from him. But at the same time, the soul is also different from him. And that difference is eternal. Like today in Pisak, I saw one man, he was teaching non-dual Vedanta. Goodness me, where all these ideas come of non-duality. Non-duality is for Krishna, because for Krishna there is nothing different from him. But for us, there's a difference, because we are not the absolute, we are the relative truth. So, Mamevam so jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Krishna says the soul is my eternal fragmented portion. Eternal, and that difference between the source and us, that difference is eternal. We can never become one with God. We can never merge with God. We can never become God. But we can become His servants. And that relationship, that identity is eternal. Manas sastani indrani, but somehow that soul has now become captured by material nature. Have you heard the terms Purusha and Prakriti? Anna? Purusha and Prakriti. Vedic thought is so much divided, Purusha and Prakriti. So Prakriti means material nature. Material nature, by examining material nature, you can also understand the Supreme Lord. This is one type of yoga. It's called Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means to count. So material nature, what is material nature? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. The wind rests in space. Space is called ether. So these are called Panch Mahabhut, 5 material ingredients. Can you remember them, Anna? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Means when the soul identifies falsely with material nature, that is called false ego. So how many now? 8. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. That is this gross body. And the subtle body, that is mind, intelligence, false ego. False ego means material identification. That is 8. This body also have 5 Gyan Indriya. Seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, touch. By these senses, we get knowledge of this world. 8 and 5 is?
What?
13.
Sorry.
8 plus 5? Hey, Haribol. You are the Chaitanya.
Yes. How are you?
My God. Good. We heard about Chaitanya, but now I recognize him.
You recognize me, right?
So many years ago from Miami.
Yes.
And Vrindavan also, I saw you
Yes,
there.
yes, I will now.
Sit.
Yes.
So, Sankhya means to count, right? Hare Krishna is everywhere, all pervading. No? So, 8 material ingredients: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. This body also have seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, sense of touch. And we also have 5 more senses of action. Speech, this is one sense. This is karmendriya. By these 5 karmendriya, we perform action. How do we perform action in this world? Speech, hand, leg, genital, anus, rectum. How many is that? 23. If you look at the whole of material nature, everything, it's included in these 23 ingredients. So scientists are very busy researching these 23 ingredients, but Veda discovered them a long time ago. Research, the scientists are doing research. The scientists are just discovering what's already here. Did scientists make even one thing? Did scientists make a blade of grass, a glass of milk, or a mosquito? Nothing. The only thing scientists made was non-stick saucepans. Anyway, so 23 material ingredients. But this Prakriti, material nature, cannot work without consciousness. No, this is the falsity of the Darwin theory. Darwin tried to prove matter formed consciousness. But that's bullshit. Excuse-moi. Because matter has no consciousness. How can a combination of inert matter produce life? Impossible. No? So in Sankhya philosophy, 23 material ingredients, but material nature cannot do anything without consciousness. So consciousness is 24th ingredient. That is the soul. No? And very confidentially, many people think that's it. But soul is not independent. No? Everyone wants to be wealthy. Everyone wants to be beautiful. Everyone wants freedom from disease. Everyone wants, what else they want? Freedom from old age. Right? But cannot fulfill desire. That means something is checking the soul. Many things we have to accept we do not want. So for that reason, we cannot accept the soul as the only consciousness. Therefore, the Vedas describe there's the 25th element that is God. So if soul is there, soul is called Atma, then Supreme Soul is called Paramatma. So Krishna described this soul. Soul is not born with this body. No? Soul does not die with this body. No? Krishna give example like when we go home, we change our cloth, but do we change, Raman? Christian? We go home, we change our cloth, but we do not change, right? In the same way, we change bodies, but the consciousness, the true self, the Atman, this does not change bodies. Right? The Atman changes bodies. Right? The Atman is going from one body to the other, but the soul, the consciousness, and the body are separate. No? So, Anu, what will happen to your next life? Where are you going?
To Krishna.
Well. So as long as the soul has not remembered, as long as the soul identifies with Prakriti, material nature, instead of identifying themselves with the Param Purush, the Supreme Soul, God, then the soul will move in the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. So Krishna says, Manaha Sastani Indrani. But now the soul, instead of identifying itself as related to Krishna, as a servant of Krishna, now the soul is identifying with material nature. Manaha Sastani Indrani. And now the soul is covered by the senses and the mind. Prakriti Stani Kashati. And this attraction that the soul has now developed for material nature, this is causing misery and suffering. Okay? So mantra, this kirtan, what we are doing, this is an attempt for the soul to develop, to give up its attraction, this false attraction is developed for this world and develops its original attraction for the Supreme Lord. Therefore, mantra. Man means mind. Right? Good old mind. Tra means triety, which delivers the soul from the mind. Mind means what? Mind means the controller of the 6 senses. Mind means the controller of the 15 other senses. Right? So who controls them? So what delivers the soul from the mind and the rest of Prakriti, that is called mantra. Okay, any questions? What's your name again?
No question.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Anna, you're vegetarian?
Not very strict.
Well, that will have to change. So now soul is...
Fishes sometimes.
Fish is not... If it has a face, it's not a vegetable. So now soul is covered. No? So our Gurudev gave a beautiful example once. No? He said, if you take a little piece of gold and you throw it in a rubbish pile, no, there's cardboard boxes, plastic bags, no, and you make a fire, what happens? No? It burns that rubbish, what they call in Spanish, basura. No? It burns that to ashes. Then when you blow away the ashes, what's left? The gold. So in the same way, when this mind, the false ego, the intelligence, this earth, water, fire, air, ether, the gross body, when the coverings of the gross body and subtle body are burnt away, what's left? Soul. And that soul has an eternal nature. It has an eternal form, eternal identity as servant of Krishna. No? Therefore, it says... No? Many people think liberation means to merge with God, but if you merge with God, you cannot love Him. Love means to. If you merge with your dog, can you love him? Finished. So the idea of merging is the destruction of affection. So we are practitioners of Bhakti Yoga. We are not practitioners, we are trying to be practitioners of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means, Bhaj Dhatu in Sanskrit, Bhaj means to serve. If you love someone, you serve them. So, Bhakti Yoga means we join with the Supreme Lord through yoga of service. Like mother serves child, like wife serves husband or vice versa. No, that mutual affection, that is called bhakti. But when the soul develops mutual affection to this world or anything in it, it suffers. And when the soul gives that up and develops only one affection, one attraction, one desire, one mind, one pointed devotion, that is liberation. So this mantra is very sweet. So I know many people are chanting mantra. I remember one time, many years ago, I was in our Gurudeva's room and there was a magazine there. Back to Godhead, Hare Krishna magazine. So I asked, can I read that? I said, when I read it, I'll give it back. He said, take it, and when you read it, don't give it back. On the front cover was a small boy, and he was chanting Hare Krishna, and someone took a photo. And he said, I'm not interested in the chanting of the small boy. No. We're interested in the chanting of Rupa and Raghunath. No. Means those who develop pure love for Krishna, what they feel when they chant his names, I want to know that. We want to experience that. No. So many people are chanting kirtan. That is good. No. But unfortunately, their goal is not fixed. No. Therefore, this Nam Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Rupa Goswami described this name of Krishna as Chintamani. Nam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. This name that we're chanting, these are not syllables. No. It's Krishna himself. We should not think because the name comes as the air in the throat vibrates the voice box and some material sung. We should not think this is the name of Krishna. No. Name of Krishna is not material sound. It has no origin in this world. Nam Chintamani. It has its origin from Krishna himself. No. So it's called Chintamani. Chintamani means whatever you want, this name gives you. No. There's a mythological tree, it's called the Chintamani. It's called the Kalpavriksha. Thank you. Many things we cannot experience, but it's there. No? So there's a mythological tree called the Kalpavriksha. Whatever you ask that tree for, it gives you. Like in the celestial planets, the King of Heaven. His garden is called the Nandakanan. It's full of these trees. Whatever you want, these trees give you. If you want a beautiful woman, that tree becomes a beautiful woman. If you want a cheese pizza, it becomes that. So the name of Krishna is also like that. What you want, it gives you. But unfortunately, we don't even know what is the best thing. We don't know what to ask for. Therefore, people chant the names of Krishna, but desiring, mystic powers. Right? People try to subtly control the elements of material creation, like the yogis. I guess like the shamans. Even though don't know too much about it, but still, that idea is there. To control subtly the elements of the creation. This is all mystic powers. This is also one big delusion. Because you waste your life, instead of controlling yourself, you waste your life trying to control and manipulate material energy. It's just another form of exploitation. So many people chant the names, but they want mystic powers. Actually, probably that's what all the shamans they're desiring that. Subtle or gross level, I don't know. But mystic powers, some enjoyment in this world, wealth, women, power, position. Or they want something in the next life. I'll go to the celestial planets. I'll go to the planets of Jupiter, Mars, the sun god, the moon god. So people desire, or worse, they desire liberation of merging. It is like a waste of the name. Like if you go to a king, imagine I went to the Prime Minister of Peru, and he goes, whatever you want, I'll give you. And I said, can you give me €5 for my taxi back home? That is very foolish. Such a great personality, you ask for very insignificant things, that is our foolishness. So people are chanting kirtan, but unfortunately they don't know what to ask for. So they're just material desires, material intelligence. They want some crumbs in this world. No? But no, name can give these things very easily. But name Krishna give these things very easily. Therefore Madhusudana Maharaj said, we don't want Krishna's things, we want Krishna. but we don't know what is Krishna, his name, his form, how is Krishna's nature, how is his service. We don't know these things, therefore we have no desire. Therefore, name should be done with kirtan should be done with sadhusang. No? Sadhusang nam kirtan e matra chai samsajaniti par arakona vastuna. I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the name of Krishna and association of the devotee, the liberated soul. These two things are the only thing you need to cross the ocean of birth and death. So people are chanting, like in, what's it called? Sacred Sushi. We wrote to them, oh, we would like to come and do a kirtan. He goes, oh, yes, that's great. Where are you from? Who's your guru? Blah, blah. Oh, you're Hare Krishna. Yes. I don't want any Hare Krishna. I was like, goodness me, you know what is Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna means the kirtan of Radha Krishna's name. That is Hare Krishna. So I want to do kirtan, but I don't respect the devotees who've given their life for kirtan. Then not very easy for you to get the result. I'm not saying we are very high or anything, but we have heard from high people, no message is high, even though we are not high. No? So sadhu sang nam kirtane matrachai, chanting the holy name, but with sadhu. You know sadhu? Devotee, liberated personality. Why? They will tell you what to desire. What's the best thing to desire? Tasmad Guru Prapadyata, Lord Shiva spoke this verse in Bhagavad Puran. Tasmad Guru Prapadyata Gigyasa Shayutama Shabde Parananishtatam Brahmanu Pasamasrayam. Lord Shiva spoke this. Therefore you have to go to Guru. And what should you go when you go to a Guru? You only ask him one question. Gigyasa Shayutama. What's the best thing for me? We don't know what is the best thing, therefore we're very busy all these very small things in this world. And what is the qualification of a guru? Sabde para, expert in the scripture. I mean, what is the meaning? What is the intention? Sabde para, nishnat, no material desire. No, they're not like us, busy collecting in this world. No, they've crossed that. Sabde para, nishnat, brahmanupas, they have direct experience of Brahma, means Krishna. Direct experience, no? So they can give that to us. So in association with high-class liberated personality who knows all the meaning of the scriptures, who detached from material acquisition. No? Otherwise I want this and he wants that. What's the difference between the guru and both have the same disease? Nishnad. So they have direct realization. They will teach you, when you chant this name, what should you desire? Therefore, from the mouth of the devotee, we can hear Krishna's name, Krishna's form. Like Rupa Goswami, one great devotee. He described, Lord Chaitanya asked him, tell me something about the name of Krishna. No? Tell me something about the name of Krishna. What are you guys doing? Oh my God. How can someone come so late? It's amazing. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hour and a half late. A new world record. Anyway, gracias para venir. Okay. So, Lord Chaitanya asked Rupa Goswami, names you don't know, but you will hear. Tell me something about the name of Krishna. I want to hear something about the name of Krishna. Like we ask anyone, what's the name of Krishna to you? But they have no direct experience, no? So Rupa Goswami, when asked, tell me something about the name of Krishna. And then he wrote, Tunde tundavani rate vutunate tundavali labde kan kod kadambani vajate kan nebadyahaspikam. He goes, how much nectar is in the two syllables, Krishna? I cannot describe. No? When I chant, no? He Rupa Goswami read, no? When I chant, I wish I had millions of tongues. Such a sweetness is there. Krishna means all attractive. No? So one who chants the name purely, then they taste that sweetness. So when I chant, I wish I had millions of tongues to taste that name of Krishna. When I chant, I wish I had millions of ears to drink that nectar. No? Iti varnam. I cannot describe how much nectar is in these two syllables. Like we're talking about the mind and the senses give us so much disturbance, right? Eye always tried to enjoy form, sound tried to enjoy, ear tried to enjoy sound, nose tried to enjoy some fragrance, no? Why we want to touch the dog? Because dog is soft and warm. This is also one enjoyment. Right? We want to enjoy the sense of touch, the sense of sight, smell, taste, hearing. So this mind and senses give so much disturbance in this world because everything attracting us. No? Like in the Middle Ages, they would tie someone to a horse, right? One rope, go to one horse, another guy to another horse, one leg to another horse, and all horses would go, and the man would be. Does everyone know Spanish? English? Okay, thank God. Like in the Middle Ages, they would tie a man to 4 horses, and each horse would go, and he would be pulled. We are like that. Eye going somewhere, nose going somewhere, genital going somewhere, stomach going somewhere. And the soul in the middle, oh my God, help me. So this world, this mind and senses give disturbance, so much attracted to this world. But Rupa Goswami said, this name of Krishna gives so much taste. All senses become inactive. I'm going to make an example, like you put an ant into honey. No, he goes there, but he doesn't struggle because it's so sweet. No. So Krishna is like that. So attractive form. One who sees Krishna, those eyes never have desire to see anything else. Krishna's bodily fragrance. No? So sweet, the nose who smell that never want to smell anything else. No? Who hear the sweetness of his voice. It said when Krishna just speaks, what to speak of singing, when Krishna speaks, all the birds who are very proud of their singing ability, like peacocks, cuckoos, no, all become silent when they hear just so sweet is his speech. Krishna touch is like millions of moons, millions of sandalwoods. So one who experiences Krishna by chanting his name, then eyes, nose, tongue, ears, touch, no desire for anything else. So all become absorbed in that. That's why liberated soul who really experience Krishna, nothing attracts them in this world. Because they are attracted to Krishna. Like Buddhism teaches us the theory that attraction gives suffering. Okay, so Buddhists say we should have no attraction, no desire. That's true. Attraction for bad thing gives suffering, but doesn't mean all attraction gives suffering, right? If attraction is to a good thing, that attraction gives happiness and pleasure. You know? So we're just doing little kirtan. Now we cannot really understand all these things. I also cannot understand. No? But by practice, by chanting, one day this name will destroy all these coverings. No? Cheto dapanam majana mahadavagni nivapanam shreya koirava chandrika vitatatanam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivadanam pratipadam punamrita svadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. No, Lord Chaitanya said, all glories to Sri Krishna Sankirtana. Krishna means not alone. Krishna means with his energy. Right? Is God an energy or an energetic? What do you think, Dan?
I think.
Many people think God is just an energy. But energy always comes from somewhere. So God is the source of all energy. So he is the supreme energetic. Like sun, no? But Krishna cannot be without his potency. Everywhere you read in the Vedas, Krishna means with his energy, with his potency. Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta Chatra Jnana Tatapara. Krishna means with his potency, and his potency is Radharani. Have you heard of her?
Mm-hmm.
Who is she?
In relation to like
Krishna.
Devis? Yeah.
She is the supreme potency.
Up the top.
Right. Therefore she's called Radharani. Rani means queen. Radharani. So, Radhika Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shakti Mam, Dui Bastu Bed Nahi Shastra Pariman. All the Vedas describe. Krishna is the supreme energetic. And Radhika, she is the supreme energy. Right? You cannot have one without the other. Therefore, always we talk about the divine couple. Yugal Kishore. Radha and Krishna. Like sun and sunlight. You cannot separate them, but they are separate. Right? Sun and sunlight, they are non-different, but sun and sunlight is also difference. The sun is one place, but the sunlight is all pervading. No? So to accept Krishna, we are talking about consciousness, means you also have to accept his potency. So as Krishna is supremely attractive, then who attracts him? His supreme potency. Right? So, anyway. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Before which Krishna's name is second, but her name is first. Hare Krishna. Hara means to steal. Krishna steals the minds of everyone. We were talking in the beginning of the class. Krishna means all attractive. But she steals his, by her beauty, by her quality, she steals his mind. No? So, her name is, in vocative case, Hare becomes Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So Radha, her name is Radha. Radha means to serve. Aradhana. Aradhana means to serve. So Radha Rani, she is the queen of service. No, the queen of service. Means if you want to serve Krishna, you cannot without her grace. So her name comes first. Has anyone here been to Vrindavan? Okay. A few there, Hare Krishnas have been. You guys going everywhere, but they say topmost place in this universe is Vrindavan. Why? Krishna personally appeared there. So this Vrindavan, when you come to Vrindavan, you'll come there, you'll see no one there chants Krishna's name too much. But everyone chants her name. Radhe Radhe, Bole Sab Krishna Bole Koi. No one chants Krishna's name too much in Vrindavan. But everyone chants her name. She's the queen of Vrindavan. She's the queen of service. So by her grace, by her mercy, she'll give you some place in Krishna's service. Okay, so all souls should be under her guidance. Then their real feminine natures will manifest. But now we are giving up the feminine nature of being servants, and the soul is falsely adopting the mood of being the exploiter. Then we suffer. So I won't speak too much. Are there any questions from the people? Anna? No more fish? These are very,
consider that.
no, consider. These are very bad things. No? Bad thing you should give up immediately. No? If you eat fish, what will happen to your next life? You will become that. No? So be careful. Are there any questions? Juliet?
No.
Christian? You look like a bit of a theologian.
Yeah, you are speaking about the name, and I often think about how can I relate to that level of divinity through the limitations that I have as a human being.
Of course.
Because you mentioned the 24 elements, so basically I'm governed by that. How can I surpass that?
By chanting his names. Well, because we have to be governed by something. So when the soul is governed by the Supreme Soul, that is liberation. And when the soul is governed by material nature, that is called bondage. In simple language, to remember Krishna as the cause of liberation, to forget Krishna as the cause of bondage. So how would you remember Krishna in the state of bondage? How? By his name. Therefore, the name of Krishna is the easiest spiritual practice. Okay. Ayahuasca, you have to spend money, you have to do this and that, but the name of Krishna, you don't have to spend anything. So easy practice. No? You don't need beauty, you don't need high birth, you don't need wealth, you don't need knowledge, you don't need purity. All you need is a tongue. Hare Krishna. So it said even the demigods in the celestial planets, they pray to Vishnu for a human form in this age of Kali Yuga. Because so easy process of achieving perfection by chanting his names. No? So he was saying, how can we reach divinity? We are covered. But by chanting, you will become uncovered. Because we are covered, but the name of Krishna is not covered. So by chanting, that name will liberate you from all these bondage. And even after liberation, that taste is there, you will still not give up the name of Krishna. The liberated souls, what are they doing? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. What's Radharani's life and soul? The name of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna Rupa Veshakeli Lagna Sat Samadhika Mayamatma Pada Padma Dasya Dastu Radhika. One devotee, Krishnadas Kaviraj, said, I want to become the maid servant of that Radhika. What's she doing? Krishna Rupa Veshakeli Lagna Sat Samadhika. She's in samadhi. Samadhi means one pointed meditation on one thing. So what's she constantly meditating on? Krishna Rupa, Krishna's form, Krishna's name. Vesh means what Krishna is wearing. Everything about Krishna is so much attractive to her. Krishna Rupa Vesha Lagna Sat Samadhika. So even the liberated souls also chanting the names of Krishna. Like a green mango and a ripe mango. Our chanting of the names, this is like a green mango. No taste, no experience, like a green mango. No. But the liberated stage, the same mango, but that mango is juicy and ripe. So now we're in the stage of sadhan. Like you can think like struggle. Now we are struggling with the mind and senses. We are trying to control the mind and senses, but all scriptures say the easiest way to control the mind and senses is through his names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This name is very sweet, but because we are covered, we cannot taste it. So that name appears to be green or unripe. That is the struggle. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Come to Vrindavan. Then you'll see a devotee there, how much they have attachment to Krishna's names. They can go all night without sleeping. They like to chant more than sleeping. We're happy when we go to bed. I can escape. But they find more taste in chanting than in eating and sleeping and sex life. So they give it up very easily because they experience something higher. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Param Drishtina Vartate. Experiencing a higher taste, they give up the lower. And all scriptures say there's no higher taste than Krishna. We have not realized that is our fault. But by practicing, that taste will come. Thank you, great question. You're a vegetarian? You and Anna are on a new program.
Since 2 months, yeah.
Are you?
Or 3, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, because for eating bad things, you cannot think properly.
Yeah.
Then captured. Then mind become more strong, more bound.
Imagine if this question came after 2 months of vegetarian food.
Krishna arranged everything.
Yeah.
2 months ago we spoke with those, you wouldn't understand anything. 100%. Krishna arranged all that. Any questions from the people? What's your name, madam?
Leva.
Where are you from?
Latvia.
Oh, Latvians. Okay. Number, you came very late, no? Can you yes.
What is the difference? Kirtan, Harinam, and Sankirtan.
Asking 3 ways of chanting Krishna's name. No? The first is just by mind. Like when you wake up, it's early, it's cold outside, you don't want to get up, so just in bed. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You can remember in the mind. No, this is called Manaseva. Then some people chant only, you can hear it. So very softly, that's japa. Like many times you see devotees, I don't know, where's my shuma, bead bag? Like he is chanting, no? He's chanting, but only he can hear it. Hare Krishna, softly, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. No? But many come together and chant, that is called Sankirtan, means when you alone chant loudly, that is Kirtan. But when many come together and chant, that is called Sankirtan. There's one book called Harinam Chintamani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Described the loud chanting of the name as 100 times superior than chanting in the mind. Because when you chant in the mind will go here and there. That is the nature of the mind. But when you loudly chant, you cannot go anywhere. Like we did 40 minutes of kirtan, you forgot everything, right? A few times you looked around for the dog, but loud kirtan is considered 100 times superior. I know you go on YouTube and you see like there's 10, 50, 100, 500, 1,000. Our Guru would do festivals, 10,000. That time you can't even remember your own mind or body because so much ecstasy from loud chanting. No? And also chanting in the mind is good for you, but what about everyone else? No? What benefit? No? Like someone's eating pizza by themselves, that good, but more good is they give to someone else. No? So loud chanting also, even trees, animals, birds, insects, that vibration also touch them. So that is a difference. Loud kirtan is considered superior. Like our Gurudevs, Guru, Gokashodas Babaji Maharaj. No? If you read about his life, you become really astonished. No? How we are living, we are sleeping, eating, doing everything. But he would never sleep, never eat. He never had any home. He just lived underneath some upside down boat. He never even begged. When he's hungry, because he don't want to waste time to beg food. So he just takes some dirt and eat that. Imagine that, huh? So much taste from the name. So he would chant so loudly, blood would come from his throat as he would shout. One time he said his mind was... So to punish his mind, he went neck deep in the Ganga like this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. For hours he was shouting till blood came from his throat. They're like fully mad, fully absorbed in that. What's happening in this world, they have no experience, no comprehension. His life, you read the life of these saints. No? This gives so much enthusiasm. No? One thing, he was very famous. Everyone too much respect him. When he needed a new cloth, he'd just go to the graveyard and take one off a dead body. When he's hungry, he just eats some dirt like that. But he always chant these names. So he became very famous. Many people go to saints for some material blessing. I have this disease, please help me. I have this problem at home, please help me. So he locked himself in a toilet, Indian toilet. Not now like flush the button, no. This terrible smell. And he stayed there 10, 12 days in the toilet. He not went outside for cooking or anything. Many people came. Oh, Babaji Maharaj, please open the door. We will build you one ashram. You can stay in my temple. And he would say, I cannot open the door. I am sick. But he's not sick. He's teaching us that the smell of materialistic persons is not so bad like the smell of the toilet. Then he would chant inside Hare Krishna. Then our Gurudev's Gurudev, he was a very young man, like 17. Then he went also knocking on the door. Oh, Babaji Maharaj, please be kind. Open the door, open the door. I cannot, I am sick, he would say, like he said to everyone. No, my Gurudev sent me, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He sent me to get your mercy. Then as soon as, what? My Prabhupada said, immediately opened the door, no? And gave them all so many instructions. That time he said, you just preach this name of Krishna everywhere. I will take all your disturbances. Imagine that. So sometimes our Gurudev's Gurudev, I not saw, but I heard from Gurudev. He would speak and he would begin to weep. Many trouble came in my life. But by Babaji Maharaj's blessing, no disturbance came. Anyways, we can read the life of these great, how much attachment they have for Krishna's names. No? Like Maharaj says about Krishna Priyadidi, no? If someone offered him millions and millions of dollars, just forget Krishna for a second. They will not accept that even for a moment. Forgetfulness of Krishna. No? Like our Gurudev also, no? You see all night he also chanting. No? So when he was, like in 1986, he went for one operation. Open heart surgery, you know. If you see Gurudev, he have a big scar down here. No? Then they pull the ribs open and they operate. Now I guess they do by needle and everything. So when Gurudev was fully unconscious and rib was open, you know this? Then they heard Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. The old doctors, what? They saw Gurudev chant. He's unconscious like this, but still name is going. Because this is soul's property. This is soul level, not body or mind. Then all those doctors took initiation from him. Anyway, why I'm speaking all these things, I have no idea, but anyway. So it's true, we are very insignificant, we are very covered, but Krishna is very kind. So he come to us in the form of name. This name of Krishna is in the sound incarnation of Krishna. Now we think name and Krishna is two things, but they're not two, it's the same thing. The more we practice, the more we can realize. No? So, can you sing? You sing the best of all those. What was your question anyway? I didn't even answer his question. No?
The difference between Kirtan and Harinam
So
song.
Kirtan means loud chanting.
The last question. So the scriptures say that if you chant Hare Krishna mantra or you read without proper association, nothing happens.
Oh, something happened.
Something.
You cannot say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So many examples. Like he's asking if someone have not proper association, no knowledge, then he's chanting, give nothing. But no, it gives so much result. No, even you chant the holy name by accident, it still gives so much result. It gives liberation. It fulfills material desires, but it won't give love of Krishna. No? Like in many examples. No? The Puranas described there was one Muslim. And force of nature, he had to go to the toilet. So he went in the forest, dropped his dhoti and was going to the toilet. So one pig, that's why in India no one eats pork. Chicharon. No? What do they call it? Chancho. No? In India, no one eats pork because in India, what the pigs eat? Stool. No. Pigs and dogs. Sorry. That's why in India, no one eats pork. I guess here, they're also, the Peruvian pigs in the village, what they're eating, right? They're also eating that stuff. No. So one Muslim, anyway, he went to the bathroom, and one pig, hungry, and he saw these guys passing stool breakfast. No. So he attacked the Muslim, and big teeth were going in. So for Islam, the pig is unclean, right? So in the Arabic, it's called haram. Haram means unclean. Like if Muslim does some forbidden thing, no, that's haram. So this Muslim was dying, the pig attacked him, and he's covered in stool, and the pig killing him, eating his stool. And the Muslim cried, haram, right? Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Haram. So he chanted the name Ram, but he have not have knowledge this is name of God. Haram, this is. So because he chanted Haram at the time of death, he achieved liberation. Many scriptures full of these stories. No? Like material life, if someone gives me some poison, I don't know, I drink it, what happens? I die. If I touch something, the stove is hot, but I don't know, I touch it, I still get burnt. No? Medicine. The doctor gives us medicine, we don't know what's there, we take it, but it works. Fire, poison, medicine, mantra. You chant mantra, you know or you don't know, but effect will be there. But real thing you cannot get without proper knowledge. And knowledge comes by association. But many stories are a bit late now. No, it's not. It's only 7 o'clock. People have not so much patience to hear so much. Our Gurudev Govind Maharaj, his class every day is 5 hours. But where 5 hours go, you cannot think. No, they seem like 5 minutes. Topics of Krishna is like that. You do kirtan 1 hour, where 1 hour goes, you don't know. You hear nicely about Krishna, time not have any hold on you. But other activity, 5 minutes seem like an ocean. Any more questions? Any more vegetarians out there? You're vegetarian?
Yeah.
Are you? An endangered species.
Normal, no?
Is it? I found in Peru it's quite rare. No?
We're not here. Not here. It's
I guess so. Hippies come here. Hippies mostly vegetarian. What's your name, madam?
My name, Louisa.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you very much. We have program tomorrow. Chaitanya, your house, no?
Yes.
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 12.
12 before you.
Okay.
En jueves, pues.
But tomorrow is 2 programs, no? No.
Tomorrow in the September Peru and Thursday.
Thursday
again
here.
here.
Oh, okay.
5 p.m. Remember 5.
Sing again. You're the best singer.
Chaitanya, toca Mridanga.
Is this your first time here, Chitan?
Where?
Here. No, I know Sachi. Long time.
A friend.
I think you have to put the.
Just a seat.
We have some books, very simple books, some not so simple books.
Over there. Is anybody feeling hungry?
It's all on you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare